Nick Robertson's situation, a young talent for the Toronto Maple Leafs, has recently taken on new dimensions. According to TSN reporter Chris Johnston, Robertson, who is a restricted free agent, has reaffirmed his desire to leave Toronto, rejecting new contract offers. This decision raises an important question. Is pushing for a trade the best choice for his career, or an unnecessary risk? It's interesting to observe how the paths of other players can influence decisions. Jake DeBrusk, for example, faced similar challenges while playing for the Boston Bruins. It took time for him to find his place, but he eventually signed a contract that put him in a strong position with the Vancouver Canucks. With that in mind, many are wondering, could Robertson aim for a breakout performance by following a similar path? At this moment, the Toronto Maple Leafs are in the midst of significant changes, especially after the departure of coach Sheldon Keefe, who often seemed to undervalue Robertson's potential. Now, with the arrival of Craig Berube, who may better align with the player's style, could this new dynamic change Robertson's perspective on his future? The Maple Leafs have a clear need on the wing, which could open the door for Robertson to secure a prominent spot on the team. This position would not only offer more ice time, but also important opportunities in the power play, which would undoubtedly increase his value. Could this be the chance he needs to shine in Toronto and become an even more sought-after player? As seen in DeBrusk's experience, signing a contract could have its advantages. It would not only make the player more attractive to other teams, but also provide significant financial return after seasons of hard work. So, do you think it's worth going for a safe contract before aiming for full freedom in the market, or would you be bolder and push for a trade, even without the security of a new deal? A key point is that Robertson won't reach unrestricted free agency eligibility until 2029. This means he has a considerable amount of time to work on his position with the Leafs. After insisting on a trade, he could create a dilemma. Trust GM Brad Treliving's management or take a chance on a bright future under a new contract. What do you think is the best bet? Either way, the decisions Robertson makes now could impact not only his career, but also his place in the hearts of Maple Leafs fans. The player's identity and his future in the NHL are at stake, and it would be fascinating to know which path his story will follow. What's your perspective on this situation? Do you believe Robertson is right in his desire for a trade, or would it be better to sign a contract and prove his worth first? Toronto Maple Leafs fans are feeling the pressure. After another frustrating first-round playoff exit, the anticipation surrounding the team's moves this offseason is growing. While the management has so far focused on solidifying defense and goaltending, the need for a relevant forward is still clear. And what if the solution for the Leafs lies in a possible trade with the New Jersey Devils? What do you think of this idea? Recently, a fan imagined the possibility of Ondrej Palat wearing the iconic Maple Leafs jersey using a trade simulation tool. The proposal suggested that Toronto could trade forward Kaye Jarnkrok and center David Kampf for the veteran. Palat, who currently plays for the Devils, is in the third year of a 5-year, $30 million contract. If this trade materialized, this experienced left winger would not only add offensive talent to the team, but also work to enrich playoff experience, something the Leafs desperately seek. Do you believe this experience could make the difference? But what makes Palat an attractive option? For those who didn't follow, he was crucial in the Tampa Bay Lightning's back-to-back Stanley Cup victories in 2020 and 2021. However, his time with the Devils hasn't had the same impact. Last season, he played 71 games, scoring 11 goals and adding 20 assists, totaling 31 points. Is Palat the player who can elevate the Leafs' second-line performance? What do you think he could bring to the team? On the other hand, the trade could also benefit the Devils. The team would be trading Palat for two forwards with the potential to strengthen their roster. Kaye Jarnkrok, who had a decent season with 10 goals and 11 assists in 52 games, could add agility to the team's bottom line. Meanwhile, David Kampf would bring experience and contribute especially in penalty kill situations, an area the Devils are looking to improve. Could this trade be viable for both parties? Speaking of changes, the Devils have been quite active this offseason. After a season that left them out of the playoffs, General Manager Tom Fitzgerald quickly began implementing adjustments. With the signing of star goaltender Jacob Markstrom, defensive reinforcements like Brett Pesce and Brendan Dillon, and new forwards like Tomas Tatar, Paul Cotter, and Stefan Noesen, Fitzgerald states, "We needed changes and we got them. Now we have a more mature team." What do you think of the Devils' approach? Returning to the Maple Leafs, the situation is intriguing. Despite the lack of notable moves to strengthen the attack, there are rumors that the team is eyeing left-wingers. Nick Robertson, who has yet to renew as a restricted free agent, indicated that he might be open to a trade, creating space for new additions. Is Palat the desired solution, or should the team consider other alternatives, like Max Pacioretty, a veteran with over 900 NHL games? And let's not forget that the Leafs have only $1.2 million under the salary cap, which makes everything even more complicated. Now it's your turn, Maple Leafs fans. What do you think about this potential trade? Would Ondrej Palat be the player to finally lead Toronto past the first round of the playoffs? Or should the Leafs explore other options? This is a crucial moment for the Maple Leafs and for Nick Robertson. The choices made now can shape not just a player's future, but the team's direction as well. Could a Palat trade be the missing piece for Toronto? Or would keeping Robertson, perhaps with a new contract, be the better strategy? Your opinion is key in this debate. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know what you would do if you were in the Leafs management. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates about the team. Your participation makes this conversation even richer.